What's up, y'all? I just came here to ramble, to speak. I came here to get some shit off my fucking chest. You know who the fuck I am.
YouTube, he's Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
Let's just go back to 2018, God of War 420. One of the best 420s for me personally. People shitted on God of War 2018. They didn't like him being a dad. They didn't like Atreus. They didn't like the battle mechanics. They didn't like it being cinematic. They didn't like the feelings. They didn't like the game. Ragnarok comes out. They didn't like Ragnarok. They said it's just like 2018 God of War. Now these are people who don't play none of the God of War games. They play Madden. They play World of Warcraft. They play fucking Destiny 2. They play games. They play one game. And I ain't gonna lie, they all not like that. They all not. I'm just being facetious and a little juvenalian, little satire. But they're the type of people who are narrow-minded. They didn't like Metal Gear Solid 4. Too many cutscenes. They didn't like Metal Gear Solid Rising. They wanted, I don't even know what they wanted back then, bro. I forget. They wanted Call of Duty. They wanted Call of Duty. Bruh. If you play God of War 2018, you have to understand. I thought I was going to get DLC about the mom. The whole game is about the mom. Everything in God of War 2018 is because of the mom. Kratos' life changed because of the mom. Yo, let's go back to 2018 God of War. When you're playing the game, you're like, Kratos got a kid. Remember, Kratos is the type of nigga that fuck the gods, nigga. He fuck all the bad bitches across Europe, nigga. Come on now, dog. We live it like, bro. We cannot allow these dumb niggas who don't really know how to understand a narrative or a storyline or a plot elements. They don't understand direction from a director, a vision. They don't understand that you better be happy that people are trying this shit out because, bro, these are the people who hate this type of shit play free-to-play games. They say $70 is too expensive, so I'm gonna spend $1,000 a year on this bullshit. Whether it's a gacha game or it's a skins in Fortnite or whatever the fuck else these people spending their money on free games. The game free, but you spent, you've been playing this game for 12 fucking years, and you spend probably like $400 a year on this damn shit. One game. A lot of people who they're looking on the outside and saying, why is this mom the main character of a God of War game? Like I said, all the things that happened in God of War 2018 and Ragnarok was prophesized by the mom. The mom set all of this shit up. She didn't tell Kratos nothing. All she told Kratos was, our son got two names, Atreus and Loki. Honestly, I remember when they said his name's Loki, and I was like unfamiliar with, like, it didn't hit until I said, oh, that Loki? That Loki? The nigga that was and then it started making sense of everything that was happening and why it was happening and how he's mischievous, and he got even more mischievous in Ragnarok. Now, another thing is Brock and Sindri may be in this fucking game. Brock and Sindri, because Brock is dead with his whole soul, and his brother is a tinkerer with all type of mysterious magic tricks and shit, bro. He can go to this place. His brother they gonna make some shit to connect with each other. And remember, Brock is the bro. He's the uncle we all need to go talk to. Brock is the real deal. He's one of the greatest characters in video games. That Brock and Kratos bond that they've built from God of War 2018 to Ragnarok was amazing. It was so good. And people were shitting on it, talking about, I don't like this. Brock made Thor's hammer. Brock made a new the pole for Kratos. He's a legendary blacksmith. Sindri and Brock are legendary blacksmiths, and they made Faye an axe. The new game mechanic for 2018 God of War. He was throwing that bitch and bringing it back, just like you do with Thor's hammer. Just like you do, he improved that shit with that spear, because remember, Kratos is from Sparta. Them niggas was chucking spears, my nigga. The game is so good. And you got people, the same people who, think about it, the same people who didn't play God of War 2018 or God of War 3 or God of War Ragnarok aren't gonna play this. And it's like, fine. That's great. Now we got to talk about what we really here for, is the woke crusade that a lot of people are on when it comes to video games, and where I stand on it. Where I stand on it is this. Concord failing was probably the best things that can happen to video games in the next 20 years. Okay? Concord is scaring the shit out of the people that matter and make decisions. The money. The money. So, the point I'm trying to make is this. The people who say this game they're stupid for making a game about God of War, and it's not about Kratos, it's about some mom and she's not hot. This is woke feminism. Okay, right? I honestly can't even argue with you. I can't really even argue that, because I haven't played the fucking game yet. This is my perspective. They don't know who Faye is. They don't know this woman not only knows how to use a sword, but she really wants to use an axe. This is not a woman. This is a giant woman. This is not just she's not hot. Yeah, you're right. Kratos fucked bad bitches all across Europe. Then he fucked the bitches these bitches worshiping. But there was something about Faye that basically gave him a reason to live again, to give people a chance, to give himself a chance. This is the type of shit that these people don't like from Kojima when he makes Death Stranding 2. They don't like these type of games, but Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, they don't like all this narration shit in their games. They want Call of Duty, Minecraft, World of Warcraft bullshit, raids. They want League of Legends bullshit. They want to be in chats on Overwatch 2, and they want to play Counter-Strike. That's it. I'm being facetious. I know some of y'all like some of them games. I'm just saying it's these people who are narrow-minded. They're narrow-minded. This woman is she when we first, this is the thing, I think you see Faye in 2018. I don't think you do. I don't think you ever see Faye in 2018. I think the first time you see her is in God of War Ragnarok, to be real. I think so, but I could be wrong. But whatever the first time you see her, you realize that she's not beautiful. That's the first thing you realize, is she's not beautiful. So why does Kratos love her? It's because she can read the future, bro. She is a sage of the giants. She is prophetic, my nigga. She set all this shit up for a man who just destroyed and killed, bro. This nigga killed thousands and hundred thousands of people, bro. Then he killed the gods they was worshiping. And you know what I'm saying? Kratos was feeling a lot of guilt and shame about who he was, because no matter what, he's still the god of war, for whatever that fucking means. And he abandoned his post in a way. He ran away and ran into other gods' territory and met someone who we might know. She might have been waiting for this nigga Kratos. Why would he have a child with this woman? This is what I'm thinking in the game in 2018. And you know what? I agree, yo. This purple shit makes me feel, I don't like it. I'd rather have, think about it. I mean, this is the thing. This is a special, for me, I'm subjective with Faye, because if you ask me, Faye is attractive. If you ask me personally, I think Faye's attractive. I just hope that we get to put her in some booty shorts and have the bottom of her titties hanging out. That's what I want. But I don't think we're going to get that. I hope we get that. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm very in the middle when it comes to this conversation. Because people, people who've never played any of these games are shitting on the game like they do with everything that they never played. And this is just different. This is not Concord. This is not Concord, okay? Concord went out of its way to be what we don't want. It went out of its fucking way. It went way out of its way to be something that people just don't want, okay? This game was set up in 2018, bro. This woman, so this is what I'm looking forward to for this game. I want to see Brock and Sindri reconvene and reunite with Faye and talk about building that fucking axe, talk, you know, whatever thing they got going on that they forgot about, they didn't forget about. Talk about Atreus, talk about Kratos. Because, you know, they're a family. This is a family. This is a family. This is a family. This is a family. A mixed family, bro. She is a giant. I'm telling you, bro. That's one thing. We've never really used a sword in this game, because mind you, I thought we was going to get a Freya DLC where we get to use Freya and Freya running around doing whatever the fuck she doing. We could have been a young Freya before she met Odin, bruh. And remember, Odin is sealed away. Odin could be in this joint. I love this whole game. Thor and that whole thing, that was so good. Odin, Thor, and the little girl and they family and the uncle and all that shit was fire, dog. They really killed that shit when it came to God of War Ragnarok 2018 and how they mixed and had this clash of the Greek god that killed. Man, it was dope. I just want those plot points to be revisited and kind of more explained. And she's using a sword. We've never used a sword. We've used the dual blades, the chains of chaos, which are more like whip blades. We use axe and we use poles. We use that you know, we've never had this type of sword gameplay. I'm not talking about in God of War 3 we become like, I forget what that sword power is called. That's not really sword, that's a power up. We get to see what this game, because this is what this is more about for me. The studio's Santa Monica is fire. I have faith in them. And they set this joint up a long time ago. And a lot of people don't even know this woman uses an axe. And she's a giant. You know, hopefully we get to see her be a giant in that behavior of your stereotypical giant. You know, they eat a lot. You know, she might, you know what I mean? And hopefully we get to show her ass off, show her thighs off. Like, I get it, guys. You want her to be sexy. Fine. She's not your stereotypical sexy girl, Stellar Blade style. Okay, I agree with you. We do need Stellar Blade. We need Stellar Blade type bitches in the game industry, and that's fine. Like, I don't talk about Minecraft because I don't know nothing about Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft. But if you ask me about Minecraft, I'm gonna be like, I don't know why people playing it. Who they make Minecraft for? And it seemed like they made it for everybody that was born in 2012 and 10 and 9 and 8. If you was born in that time, nigga, they made Minecraft for you. If you was born in 2001 and shit like that, they made Minecraft for you and Fortnite for you. I don't talk about that stuff. But to say what I want to say is, this studio cooks, and there's a lot to look forward to and be excited about. And it's not about her being a girl, it's about the clicks that you get on YouTube for making woke, anti-woke content. It's just part of the anti-woke campaign. And if a game fits the description, it will be used to be monetized. Hey, look, a female game. It used to be, because I remember nobody was mad when Control Resident switched characters to the brother. And if you play Control, you knew that was a possibility, because he was, you know, you just knew that. If I'm not going to even go into Control lore, but you knew that was the possibility that there was going to be DLC about the brother. But it's a whole game. Nobody was mad when he became a man. I didn't even think about that, but somebody else said that. But that's true. I loved Control. That game is fire, and that studio is fire. They made Max Payne, bruh. This studio made God of War. And I can't wait till we get the axe again and start using the axe with her, because she probably uses the axe different. You know, but to be honest, I understand the anti-woke campaign trying to crucify the game though. Because to be honest, the work needs to be done. They need to, you know, oh no, purple, oh no, purple. Yeah, okay. I don't even mind that shit. I don't even mind that shit. But at the same time, there's something called overcorrection. And at the end of the day, we're either going to get. That's why I say these games, if the anti-woke community continues to attack these games, we're gonna get games I like regardless, because that community just wants sexy women characters. Like, nobody mad at Tomb Raider because they were showing her ass off and everything. Hopefully they give us some dope drip in the game to find where, hey, she's revealed, she got something revealing. And at the end of the day, it's anti-woke community. That's what they're there for, is to say, hey, you should have in the trailer showed off some sexiness. But, you know, people don't talk about it properly because you get a lot of clicks. You get a lot of clicks for being hateful. To talk about shit you hate. You know what I mean? You will get more clicks for hating this game and saying this game is woke bullshit than you will for talking about the lore. There's a bunch of videos from small YouTubers linking everything from all these God of Wars to this God of War. This is the truth, right? Remember that sword that Atreus got cool with? Is it this sword or is it connected to this sword? Maybe the person who made this sword made that sword. Remember that sword I'm talking about? I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yo, we getting more God of War, and it's not taking very long. Cause I forget when Ragnarok came out. It came out, I want to say 2022. Let's just bring up something else, right? Studios. The type of person I am is Kojima, for instance. Hideo Kojima. I don't care what he makes, I'm playing it. When it comes to like Atlas, anything Atlas makes, I'm playing Atlas. There are studios who they're the lucky ones. They're the chosen ones. They get to spend $250 million to make a fucking video game. Okay? And there's a lot of fake ass economists who talk about how much better indie games are and all this other stuff. And now they can't make indie games because there's too many indie games, which is a whole nother conversation, which is true. But I as a consumer, it's good for me. They're talking about AI getting rid of all these jobs and how that's going to affect gaming. There's companies that get to make Wolverine and have Wolverine throw his fucking claws through somebody's head. They get to make Spider-Man 2 where you can be Venom, Spider-Man, symbiote Spider-Man. You can fly. The graphics are amazing. People shitted on those games. You can't shit on Wolverine because guess what? It's fire. But you don't get Wolverine without Infamous. People shitted on Infamous 2 and Infamous Second Son. They all were dope games if you ask me. People shitted on Ghost of Yotei. If you ask me, Ghost of Yotei is basically like a Japanese Red Dead Redemption light. Red Dead Redemption is obviously a better game, but when it comes to graphics, not very many games look better than Ghost of Yotei. And Red Dead Redemption is just the highest quality of game ever, or, you know, one of the highest quality games ever when it comes to graphics and fidelity and stuff like that. And that's on a PS4, bro. But the only thing that can, that's like Red Dead Redemption 2 is the bar. And what I'm saying is Ghost of Yotei comes to that bar very close. I wanted to say one more thing that I'm noticing. There's aerial combat in this game, and there was some juggling mechanics in God of War, but there's more platforming. This game may have platforming mechanics. Okay? Santa Monica Studio can do no wrong if you ask me. I will play this video game and I will buy it so maybe if we, you know, so we can, when we get the Kratos game, they go all out. You feel me? I mean, oh, I see what they're, that's why that thing, you see what she just did? This is not a God of War game. This is a God of War Devil May Cry game. The jump mechanics is platforming added with these beautiful graphics. How can you complain? You can complain because it's more lucrative to do that on YouTube. I am Muten Gaming.
YouTube, he's Muten Gaming on YouTube, and
I'm outie.